for most companies, if you're allocating $5,000 to $10,000 as an exploratory spend,
Yeah.
you're able to see a lot about the channels that are going to be effective for you. You're able to learn a bit about, different messaging that's going to work, different audiences that are going to be more effective. So the generally where I like to do things is you spend $5,000 to $10,000, you try a few different things, you figure out what works, and then you invest against success,
Yep.
right? And so once you have a consistent stream of leads that you're comfortable with from a cost perspective and that you're seeing or converting to opportunities and into business, and then you can just grow and invest against that, and you have a confidence that that investment is going to yield a return for you.
Got it. Got it. And so, once, for, I don't know, a company, what are sort of typical budget ranges that you see people in the sort of B2B technology space spending, spending, as opposed to, the consumer B2C, where it's maybe more of a B2C e-commerce play, where you can really, you can really tie, you spend, $1, you're going to get, $2. So, you can then start, you can budget accordingly. It's harder in B2B because it's typically a complex buying cycle.
Yeah. So generally, from what I see, there's a pretty strong correlation between the number of companies you can sell to and an appropriate budget from which to target those companies. So if you have like 200 potential companies those are the only companies in the world that are going to buy what you have to sell.
Yeah.
It's harder to spend millions of dollars against 200 companies. Whereas if you have a product or service that's relevant to 400,000 companies, you can invest quite a bit more just because it's
Right.
easier to scale up. So if you have a pretty niche service, a pretty niche product that you're selling, $5,000 to $10,000 a month is totally adequate from which to target. Right. At which point you start seeing diminishing returns on your investment when you're spending beyond that. But if you have a product or service that's that works for hundreds of thousands of companies, you can very easily spend anywhere from $100,000 a month to $500,000 a month. There's almost infinite amount of money that you can spend, and it can still be profitable for you, right?
Yep.
And I think what I always recommend is not looking at it so much from we want to spend X amount of money because we can. We want to spend as much money as we can as long as it's meeting our constraints on efficiency, right? And the way most companies think of it is as long as you can give me this return on my investment, I will spend an infinite amount of money, right?
Right.
Because as long as it's making money for me, I will continue to ramp it up, right? So, but in general, though, the more companies you can sell to, the more likely it is, or the more of a need for additional budget you have.